everyone, Muzi Beats here, and today is a very special day. We're going to be learning how to make a Drake type beat. So, let's do the usual draw. We're gonna leave a like. I'm already subscribed. I'm gonna unsubscribe just to subscribe again. I don't know why I found that funny. I'm gonna turn on all the notifications and I'm just gonna leave a comment. Great video, bro. Let's comment. You can also do the same, and let's get right into the video.
Next thing to mention is just like the chord structure for a Drake type beat. If you look here, it's actually a very simple chord progression that I have going on. This chord progression is super similar to the Girls Want Girls chord progression. But basically what you're gonna wanna do is, one, you wanna make sure that you're using kind of like bigger chords, so like seventh chords.
So let's try keep our BPM maybe at 165. We're gonna go and then we're gonna draw a simple chord progression. I have this pad selected here, so we're gonna be in the A minor scale, so it's gonna be A. We're gonna skip a note, C, skip a note, E, skip a note, yeah, and then we're going to use half steps, so it's F and E is a half step. Skip a note A, skip a note C, skip a note E, G, B, Command B, Control B, and then we're gonna shift these two notes here up an octave, just to make it so that there's a little bit of variation between this section here and this section. So this is what it's gonna sound like. Okay, let's see what he does next.
Kind of chord progression. However, I use this piano sound, and again, this piano sound is in like the Drake style, where it's like, lower frequencies, relatively softer sounding, like not like a harsh attack or anything like that. That sounds too plucky.
Okay, so what he did here was he layered the sounds, and I feel like layering is something I haven't really talked about, but it's something very important, especially when you're making melodies involving chords and that type of stuff. So I've got this piano right here, and we're just gonna layer it. Actually, let's not overcomplicate things. We'll go to the channel rack, Command C or Control C on the pad, go to piano, Command V or Control V, and that just copies and pastes everything. Command A, Control A, and we're just gonna shorten these a little bit. So this is what it's gonna sound like. Let's see what he does next.
Because I know a lot of people always ask me like, what sound are you using, etc. Now the next sound you want to add to a Drake type beat is like a full kind of bass sound.
Okay, so let's find a bass sound. You can basically add any sounds, and okay, all the VSTs I'm using in this are free. I'll open up Town Noisemaker. Like if you Google them, I'll probably even leave a link in the description to all of them. They're all free VSTs you can go download right now. So I'll just go to bass, and my favorite bass in this is deep bass, which is this one. And all we're gonna do is we're just gonna follow the root notes to each. Yeah. Underwear. We're just gonna follow the root notes to each and every single section. So F, Command B, Control B, and then we're just gonna increase the velocities to the maximum. Like, it's simplistic, and this is kind of like giving me a vibe already, and we haven't really even done anything much. Let's move on to the next section.
Get some vocal chops somewhere and add just a little bit of vocals, kind of just to add some additional texture and like background noise into your beat. So I just added this.
So personally, if you're like me and you haven't paid for the arcade subscription, I haven't paid for my arcade subscription in the longest actually. I have some vocal chops here somewhere. I should have some vocal chops somewhere. Okay, so we have this right here. So I'm gonna go to pattern song. It's just what I noticed. Something could be undid. Haunted vibes. It's just what I noticed. So I've stretched it into time. We're gonna go to resample. I'm gonna put it at E3 generic just to make sure that it maintains the pitch it's in. Now I feel like this will be the main section, the main vocal chop we're gonna use for the beat, but I'll play the entire section. This section we might even use for the intro, we'll see. But this is what it's gonna sound like so far. move on to the next section, which he talks about the drums. We can do the drums ourselves. Let's just do a simple drum pattern. Let's start with the most important thing, which would be the 808. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna disable our bass line, and then we're just gonna follow the root notes here. So A. I don't even know what this is gonna sound like, but I have an idea. We're gonna drag this up by pressing Command or Control up, and then we're going to let's add a snare. We'll add a simple 2-step hi-hat. We'll add this perk sound here, and then we'll add this kick. Really, I'm just going off by instinct. I've been making beats for so long now that I know this is gonna sound halfway decent, regardless of the situation. This beat is going to sound decent, I guarantee you that. So let's see what it sounds like, I guess. I hope it sounds decent. I just talked a lot of crap, and if it doesn't sound decent, I'm gonna look horrible right now. But let's see what it sounds. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, this is fire! Yeah, so thank you to Dylan, I think that's his name, yeah, to Dylan XO for, you know, releasing that video. This is actually one of the best tutorials I've ever watched. It was easy to follow. He used the A minor scale, so like we didn't have to convert anything from different scales. Like let's say use the D sharp minor scale, we'd have to convert that stuff. But no, he used all white keys, which made it even much more easier to follow. So shout out to Dylan for making one of the best tutorials I've ever watched. Let me even leave that in the comment. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to Dylan. I'll leave a link to this video in the description. I always say that, but I usually forget to do it. Go subscribe to Dylan's channel, because without this free information, we wouldn't have made that great beat. And also, if you want to watch more FL Studio tutorials, please just click on any of these right in front of my face, and I'll see you in the next video.